Mavericks in their blue uniforms with the white numbers filled in. McCreary picking up his dribble. Rigsby on the far wing. 5 to shoot. He drives into the paint. Goes up right hand. It falls. The Mavericks take a 2-0 lead just about a minute into action. Rebound. Taps into the hands of Marcel McCreary. Left to right, the Mavericks go. We're still tied at 2. 3 minutes into the ballgame. Marcus Rigsby drives baseline, and he's fouled. A chance for an and one for the Mavericks. Left side wing. Bounce pass top of the key to Rayshawn Seamster. Seamster spins in the lane, gets to the rack. Rayshawn Seamster with a really nice finish. He's first in the WAC in three-point attempts, 109 now on the year after that miss. And now Rayshawn Seamster, tough to the rack. How did he get the shot off? We don't know, but he put it up and in good for 2, and it's 11-10. UTA takes the lead. Marcel McCreary gives it to Tyron Mason, top of the key. Mason crossover inside, he spins, pump fakes once, goes up and in. Tyron Mason providing energy off the bench for the second consecutive game, and the Mavericks have a 13-10 lead. With the ball on the right side, Tyron Mason drives down the left wing, fades away in the paint. He stopped at the block, and a nice touch for Tyron Mason. Chavis gets a screen from Goodman, doesn't use it, gets to the paint, feed down low to Tyron Mason, and he comes through with the flush. Marcus Rigsby, Potter going up, he's rejected by Miles Goodman. He denied Potter on the attempted dunk, and now Cash Chavis kicks it out to Seamster. Seamster drives down the right side and puts it back in himself. Missed the first try, makes it on the second effort. And back-to-back field goals for Rayshawn Seamster to begin the second half. It's 31-18. Goodman looking to attack, kicks out to Chavis, open. McCreary for 3, he hits. You can't leave Marcel McCreary that wide open, getting over 2 threes a game, which is second best in the league. And Marcel McCreary, a 40% shooter from outside, drills it from the top of the key. Cash Chavis, bounce pass to Rayshawn Seamster. What a find, a dime by Cash Chavis. Seamster cutting to the rim, and he's now got 10. Seamster with a steal going back up the court, and Rayshawn Seamster hops in the lane and lays it in for 2. It's 44-40. The steal and the score for the Mavericks, ahead by 4. Miles Goodman taking it inside, goes up, and it falls. What a post move for Miles Goodman. He spins and turns and drops it in with his right hand. A 6-point lead with 5:50 to go in the second half. Cash Chavis has it left side, gives it out to Basil Laster. Laster goes up and lays it in. Mavericks back ahead by 8. 48-40 the score, 5:38 to go in the second half. 43 seconds to go in the second half. Mavericks ahead by 3. Cash Chavis has it at midcourt. Gives it off to Basil Laster. Laster out to McCreary in the corner. He thought about it, but still time on the shot clock. McCreary steps inside. 4 seconds on the timer. He goes up. Cameron Jackson deflects into the hands of Rayshawn Seamster, and he puts it in. A massive bucket for Rayshawn Seamster. The Mavericks extend their lead to 5 points with 23.8 seconds left. Look what I found. It's Rayshawn Seamster on the low block with the ball in his hands. He puts it in. Not necessarily what they drew up, but they'll take the deuce as they're ahead by 5 with 23.8 seconds left in the ball game. Gets the miss. He kicks it out to Cash Chavis, who enters into the paint on his drive and pops from the baseline to knock it down. 16-5 the score. Utah Valley in front. 14:30 to go in the first half. Green, Chavis gets inside, and it falls. Cash Chavis with a nice drive down the left wing, and it's off the backboard for 2. 19-7 the score. Wolverines in front. 13:45 to go in the first half. Down by 20 with 9:48 to go in the first half. Cash Chavis lob to Amari Reed, and he hammers it home. Amari Reed hammering the rim, and UTA 28-18. Nice lob pass from the point guard, Cash Chavis. And now Cash Chavis drives inside, and he's attacking downhill, and the Mavericks trail 28-12 after Chavis drives inside, dribble behind the back, kicks it out to Marcus Rigsby. Rigsby knocks down the 3. And the Mavericks 1 for 3 now from outside. They cut it to a 15-point game. It's 30-15 with 8:20 to go in the first half. Mason now has it at the foul line. Crossover inside. Kick to Marcus Rigsby. Rigsby step back three. He knocks it down. Marcus Rigsby with a pair of threes in the first half. It's 36-20 with 6:30 to go in the first half. 40-22 deficit for the Mavericks. Right wing Marcel McCreary lining up the triple. It's buried. And Marcel McCreary, he's been a marksman from outside. A touchdown low, and Marcel McCreary comes up with a steal. They looked for the cutter and Tyler Henricks, and UTA with a nice start to the second half as they force a turnover. Miles Goodman, touchdown low to Marcel McCreary, and he scores. So McCreary not only with the layup, but also he forced the steal, doing it on both ends to start the second half. It's 46-30. Utah Valley. Seamster cuts in the paint and scores. Rayshawn Seamster having a nice start to the second half. He was big in the second half Thursday. Had 10 of his team-high 14 in the second half against Utah Tech. They'll need a similar effort, if not more, here this afternoon. Kick out to Hendricks, and Marcel McCreary with the steal, and he goes up the floor, tries to lay it in, and it's called on a goaltend as the two will count for UTA. Marcel McCreary with a pair of steals leading to baskets here in the second half. Right to left, Cash Chavis brings it across the timeline. He cuts into the paint, and Cash Chavis finishes the layup. 55-42, Cash Chavis with 9 points. Marcel McCreary leading the Mavericks with 10. A rebound picked up by Marcel McCreary. Jaden Smoot in transition off to Cash Chavis, who finishes. Jaden Smoot finds the point guard with a full head of steam in transition, and the Mavericks making this one interesting. They're down by just 11, and a timeout called by Utah Valley. The Mavericks have some life here in Orem. 63-52, what was once a 20-point deficit, now down to just 11, and it's because Cash Chavis has put together a career day, a new high for the sophomore point guard, 17 points. Cash Chavis lob to Amari Reed, and he slams it home. Amari Reed with a big flush as they went to more of a zone look. Cash Chavis recognized it. Amari Reed cut to the basket, and it's back to an 11-point deficit. The second dunk today for Amari Reed, and he hands it off to Cash Chavis, who brings it out to the Wolverine logo at midcourt, looking to set something up here. Amari Reed comes up with the screen. Chavis for three, and he hits! Cash Chavis has knocked down a three for a third straight game, starting to get that sweet stroke from outside, and he's got 20, a new career high for the point guard. 65-57, the Mavericks inching closer after they were down by 20. Picks up his dribble, bounce pass out front to Jordan Lowry. Lowry cuts down the lane, kicks it out. Tyron Mason for three. He knocks it down. Back-to-back triples for UT Arlington with 1:46 to go in the second half. And KT Turner calls a timeout for UT Arlington.